Lyon back in the Melbourne team after missing the last couple. Burke the hand pass backwards. Antrobus on all fours. He's beaten to the ball by Beveridge. A centering kick to the goal square. Oh, good use of the body and a mark to Jakovich right in front.
Well, it really was. Actually, the kick coming in was a very disciplined kick. There's not much you can do by blasting away from those deep in the pocket. And Jakovich used his body beautifully, as Drew, you've mentioned, and he'll kick from straight in front.
Well, he's had a big week, having represented Western Australia on Tuesday night. Gets the first goal of the game.
And Drew, there's an interesting article in the Football Record today about Alan Jakovich, the fact that he's played in 4 states around Australia.
Not bad for a 23-year-old.
Well, it's amazing how, I guess that's just sheer persistence, isn't it? That no matter where, you want to play to the best of your ability. So, and he's done pretty well. Also mentions that in 4 consecutive rounds, 14, 15, 16 and 17, he kicked 4, 8, 6 and 6 goals. Punched away by Burke, picked off by Lovett. Kick a little fortuitous there, mark taken by Todd Viney. Runs around, Lovett doing the shepherding on Rice. The kick goes across the centre forward position, and a good mark this time taken by Jimmy Steins. A long way from goal. He's allowed to play on a little too easily. Harding minding the mark. Kick by Steins to the goal square. It's a mark. Certainly a Melbourne mark to Jakovich. A good one right on the goal line. And he'll shoot from only 1 metre out. The umpire just making the angle a little difficult, but he's so close he couldn't possibly miss. And he does it. 4 goals to Melbourne.
Well, Robbo, I know Melbourne have the breeze, and a couple of top marks set up that goal. One by Steins out at half forward when he beat Harding, and another one on the goal line by Jakovich. Melbourne have the breeze, but they were beaten in the first 5 minutes. Now all of a sudden they're 4 goals to 2 behinds. And is this going to be another day when St Kilda have the shakes in the first quarter and a big game that they must win?
Well, it's very, very important for both sides. If Melbourne are to maintain their thrust towards the final.
What a terrier he's been. Going to be a free kick to Melbourne. Advantage paid to Lovett. All of a sudden he finds Grinter out clear. He centres to Jakovich. In front, 30 metres out. Round the corner he goes. Great play, Alan Jakovich. What a goal.
I think what made that kick even better than it looked was the fact that Jones nearly had him by the jumper, and under pressure, just a little off balance with the awkward footing that he had, and he's still able to kick it on a bit of an angle and thread it through for his 3rd goal.
Love it. Kick smothered. Low in with a chance for the Saints. Off the ground, Phoebe to Bennett, his first touch, back to Clark. Clark's kicked to full forward, Jakovich again. He stopped and propped. Alan Jakovich for number 4. Well played, son.
I'll tell you what, the recruiting officer that picked him up spotted a real good player. It took him a little while to settle into this Melbourne side, but we mentioned earlier in the game that he kicked a bundle of goals in rounds, 14, 15, 16 and 17. And he's got 4 so far before half-time in this very important match, as Brett Lovett is taken off the...
Few positional changes. Frawley's gone back to Jakovich for 1. Steins wins in the middle to Viney, who had an outstanding first half, and here he goes again. That's 24 possessions. Bennett taps up the ground. Jakovich. Frawley just back on him. Jakovich kicks another one.
Well, it was the quick kick by Todd Viney, combination with the big ruckman Steins at the centre bounce, but certainly some good work by Darren Bennett. He's had a fairly ordinary half a game so far, but a little tap on was to the advantage of Jakovich. Maybe a lucky bounce. Frawley coming out from fullback, rushing hard at it. And Jakovich in the finish into an open goal, made no mistake to get his 5th.
Too slow, Bowie. Run down by Clark. Grabbed by Lyon. Lions left footer. Jakovich in front and Bennett. Jakovich takes it.
I tell you what, their forward line's working a lot better, isn't it? They've got Bennett out. He is a little bit of a, decoy maybe. He hasn't had many touches. But Jakovich is much more mobile up at full forward.
Very speedy customer. A Dunstall type, really moves
And
around
very
well.
talented, yes. He just holds himself very well up there.
Alan Jakovich has kicked 5. He's kicked 84 for the season, firsts and reserves. This is for 90, and he's kicked it. So what a surprise packet he's been. I suppose he shouldn't surprise us, the man who kicked a century in the SANFL last year. But he leads the reserves goal kickers with 60 and now has 30 in the seniors.
Well, I suppose it all came from Brett Bowie just being a little slow, but one wonders whether there was enough talking there to let him know that he had to kick it quickly. He was caught, Melbourne pounced, and Jakovich gets his 6th goal. Half forward, bounce favours Beveridge. He's able to collect his thoughts, and then the punt kick towards centre half forward. Bennett can't mark. McAdam in the centre, leaves it behind. Beveridge, very hard at the football. Beautiful pass. Jakovich has got it again, and he is absolutely slaughtering the St Kilda defence, Alan Jakovich. Even Danny Frawley having difficulty keeping up with him, and this could be his 3rd goal in this 3rd term.
Actually, Frawley has struggled more than anybody else, because this will be 3 and 10 minutes on Frawley.
No trouble with the distance. He's only about 30 metres out on a slight angle. Alan Jakovich. Kick for goal is close. It's there. Jakovich has now kicked 7 goals, 3. And we're only halfway through the 3rd term.
Now, you saw a little bit of an incident at half-time when apparently Danny Frawley indicated to Jakovich he thought there was a bit of lightness there inside the jumper. Well, he's giving him the greatest fix-up of all time at the minute.
It's the best way to answer anyone who wants to tell you how good or bad or indifferent you are. Just keep getting the football and kicking goals. Terrific stuff by McAdam, and in the finish penalised. The free kick goes to Todd Viney. Great mark taken by Jakovich. He's played some sort of a game, hasn't he, Alan Jakovich? 7 goals, 3. His 8th mark. And I just had a look before. This is only his 7th game for the year. Well, it took him a while to break into the Melbourne team, but since then he's just gone from strength to strength. I wouldn't think he'd have too much trouble with the distance. A pretty good drop punt by Alan Jakovich is another goal. 8 goals, 4 in this quarter. 14-4 plays 11-9.
An incredible performance by Alan Jakovich. He's got the pace to beat any opponent they've put on him. Frawley's had 4 kicked on him this quarter. Earlier on it was Greg Jones, who's playing just his 2nd league game, but Frawley a different matter, and Jakovich is giving him a runaround.